Welcome back, everybody. It is time for It's Your Business. Today, passing on and protecting your legacy. Alexandria Strike is a former district attorney. She now owns her own law office where she does focus in on asset protection planning. So we're going to talk today about passing on the family farm. Man, it can get pretty emotional for families, can't it?
Well, it can, Carolyn, because you see multiple kids who have grown up on that farm. It may have been the family homestead, and so it's a very personal issue to pass that farm on to the next generation.
But I imagine it's really important you get some things in place.
Well, yes, because what we're seeing right now in America, we have approximately 2.2 million farms, according to the USDA. 96% of those are categorized as family farms, accounting for a huge percentage of our farm production. So, in addition to that, the USDA has determined that the average age of a farm operator is 57 years old, with the fastest growing category being farm operators who are age 65 and older, and most of those persons have not planned to pass to the next generation.
Yeah, so what do you have to do? Because I guess my first question would be, how do you get everybody on the same page on something like this?
Somebody has to start the conversation. And oftentimes the conversation doesn't start until there has been some kind of an event in the family, maybe a crisis, someone has a stroke or is declining mentally or physically, and they realize that the current operator can no longer be the operator. So what are they going to do? And one of the main issues that I see is how are we going to equalize passing the farm to multiple kids when maybe only one or two of the family children are involved in the farm management and operation?
So start that conversation, and I imagine, like anything else, it could take months or years to get everything in place.
Well, it can certainly take months. It's possible that it takes years to actually start passing an interest to the next generation, but that's not a reason to delay.
No, I was thinking, though, just all the documents and everything else that would need to be in place, especially if there's been some tragedy that has happened. So sooner rather than later, start the conversation, it sounds like.
Correct. As soon as possible, the conversation should be started. Even if that doesn't mean starting it with a professional, start it with the family. Start talking to the children about who wants to be involved and how could the other children who won't be inheriting an interest in the family farm get something else.
Yeah, so if you start it with a family, who should you start it with as far as a professional, though? Is it a banker you start with, a lawyer, who?
I like to work with a team when I'm planning for a farm because it's good to have advice from your family banker. How are we going to finance the transition? We also need an insurance person involved, sometimes a family financial planner, but an attorney is the person who's going to draft the documents typically such as a trust or a farm operating LLC. That is done in the lawyer's office, and a lawyer can pull that team together for the farmer.
I was just going to ask you that. If the individual has to pull all of them and sit down at the kitchen table where a lot of business is done on a farm, but maybe start with the lawyer and I'm sure trusted individuals.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, bottom line on all of this is we're talking again, I'm thinking what emotional issue this can be passing on the farm.
And if you take care of it now and address the emotions now, it's so much easier when a life event occurs and we have to pass and the kids take this on.
Get everything in place. If you'd like more information, you can call Strike Law Offices. That phone number is 345-6308, and you can get a hold of Alexandria right here. We also have some information that we have put in our hot links at KTVB.com. Thank you for your advice today. Back with more.